everyone. Welcome to this week's Deep Dive. We're going to do something just a little bit different this week. Instead of taking a deeper look into a concept or a verse, we're going to take a deeper look into Aaron's role in this passage. And Aaron is an interesting guy. Aaron is the brother of Moses and the brother of Miriam, their sister. And Aaron has been around all the time they were slaves in Egypt, well, all of his life that they were slaves in Egypt, and has been a part of the Exodus. And he has seen many of the incredible things, if not all of the incredible things that God has done during this time where God is reclaiming the Israelites as his people. Aaron was so much so involved that when Moses said, God, you've got the wrong guy, I don't speak well, you don't want me, and he was throwing out all these excuses, God was like, look, you can take your brother Aaron. He can speak for you. Aaron was there speaking on behalf of Moses in front of Pharaoh, and many of the times when he was addressing the people. It was rare that Moses actually spoke for himself at the beginning. Mostly at the beginning here, that was Aaron's role, is to be his kind of spokesperson. And Aaron has seen these incredible things that God has done. And then we get to one of the most incredible things where God is not physically distant. God is physically close with Moses and Aaron and the elders here in this passage in 19 through 32 of Exodus, chapters 19 to 32 of Exodus. God is physically present with them. And it's incredible. It's incredible. Now, Moses, we get to this time where he is going to go more intimately speak with God, that Joshua is his helper, his kind of protege, and Joshua is going to help Moses up the mountain. And this is when we have that picture of fire and smoke back up on Mount Sinai. And he says to the elders, he says, look, I've left you Aaron and Hur, this other person. He says, look, I've left the two of them here. If there are any troubles, any frustrations, these guys should be able to handle it. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to be with God. Do not come up here. Do not follow us. And the people, they're like, yeah, that sounds good. And Aaron and Hur are like, yeah, we've got this. We've got this. But then they get down off the mountain and they get back down amongst the people. And I misspoke Sunday, which I hate to have to say, but I misspoke, right? That happens. I said that Moses was gone for 6 days. Moses was gone for 40 days. The elders and Aaron were up on the mountain with God and with Moses for 6 days. So now Moses has been gone for going on 40 days, and they think, you know what? God has just got mad at Moses. Moses must have done something, ticked him off, and killed him. Now God's abandoned us. Time for us to have our own gods. And it took this period, which, a little bit more than a month, for Aaron to start to forget who he was. You see, Aaron had been appointed as the chief priest, the chief person working as the intercessor between God and his people. That's Aaron. Aaron forgot who he was, right? So the people come along and they say, Aaron, God has abandoned us. Does Aaron turn to God? No, Aaron does not turn to God. Instead, Aaron turns to the people and what they want. And I think that's something that's easy to look at him and say, Aaron, how could you do that? That's ridiculous. But that's also what we can do if we're not paying attention, right? It doesn't take much for us to end up in a group of people that are all moving in one direction. And the easy thing for us to do is to kind of go with that flow. We look at our culture all around us and we think, surely millions and millions of people can't be wrong. Surely they've got to have something right. If we're all created in God's image, surely they have some sense of right and wrong, and we'll be able to figure it out. They can't be that far off. We start to buy into these things that make us feel good because that's where the momentum is going. That's where we want it to be. And I think that's what, not Moses, I think that's what Aaron does here. I don't think it was a fully conscious decision to turn his back on God. No, I think for Aaron, it was a slowly forgetting who he was. And then instead of standing strong and instead of potentially facing the consequences, remember, this is the same stubborn people that wanted to kill Moses because they had set up camp and realized there wasn't water. This was the same people that was ready to turn their back on Moses for something like that after seeing all the incredible things that God had done. So maybe it was some of this, you know what, if I go against this, if I lay down the law, surely they're going to kill me. Whatever it was, Aaron forgot who he was. And he turned his back on what God had just told him just before was his will for his people. And all in the name of trying to honor God. What does Aaron say, let's dedicate this festival to? To the Lord. Let us dedicate this festival to the Lord. After he has just built this idol, after everything is geared toward this worship of this thing that goes against everything God has called them to, Aaron says, let's dedicate this festival to the Lord. He's forgot who he was, and he's forgot who he's following. My encouragement for you guys this week, and I know this isn't so much a normal deep dive, but my encouragement for you with all of this is don't follow Aaron's example, but learn from it. Don't follow Aaron's example, learn from it. Look at the culture around us and don't see that as the direction you should go because it's just easy. That is the easy way to go. It costs you to stand against culture. It costs you to stand for what God stands for. It costs you to follow him. It's not an easy thing to do, and many will turn their back on you, many will mock you, many will ridicule you, just like Aaron faced, and it may even cost you ultimately your life. But Jesus says those who are willing to lose their life for his sake will find it. That doesn't just mean those who are willing to die here. Those who are willing to give up the easy life here, the going with the flow, those are the ones who will find it in him. Those that put his will in their life first will find him. That's my encouragement for you this week, is that you stop going with the flow, that we don't follow Aaron's example, that you learn from Aaron's example. I hope this, even though it was off track, I hope it was helpful this week. I know I need that encouragement from time to time. I hope it was encouraging for you as well. You guys have a great week. Oh, yeah. Whoops. We're recording. All right. I don't like any of that. Deeper. Oh my gosh. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Deep Dive. This week, we're going to do something just a little bit different. Normally, we take some time and take a deeper look at a passage or maybe a concept. As you see, Aaron has been appointed as the chief priest, the head of the priests in God's people. Aaron does not turn to God. Aaron instead, that is so frustrating.